Hey guys, it's Minjara. Thank you so much for clicking through and joining me here. Today I want to talk about creating personalized tarot spreads, which not only provide deep insight for your own growth and understanding, but they're a fantastic way to learn tarot and improve your reading skills. When you're learning tarot, you usually start with standard spreads and traditional card meanings, which gives you a good basis. But when you create a spread of your own or work with a personalized spread, you get so much more out of the reading and delve so much deeper into the card meaning beyond the static traditional interpretation. There are no rules for creating a spread. You can choose as many cards as you want in any layout that you want. It's an intuitive process, but the key is in assigning specific questions to each card. And I say questions because in asking a question, you get to engage in a conversation with the card, which brings it to life and reveals so much more than it would if it just had a general meaning applied to it, as it would if it were laid in a standard spread. This particular spread and this video, in fact, was inspired by an Instagram post by Biddy Tarot, whose account I'll link to in the description box below. She posts incredible spread suggestions, and I get so much out of them. And I really wanted to share this one in particular because it really resonated with me, and I got a lot out of it. But it also got me thinking about the process and the benefit of a personalized spread. So I wanted to share that here today. So this spread started out initially as 6 cards. Biddy's suggestion was 6 cards, and I think she created it for, if I remember correctly, the new moon in Cancer. So it had undertones, emotional undertones, is what she was trying to delve into in creating this spread. But I tweaked it a little bit to apply to my personal situation at the moment. And so I come up with 6 questions. There are more cards here because in shuffling or in laying them out, a few cards flew out. So I just went with that. So I've ended up with extra cards, but it still just applies to 6 questions, which I'll put in the description box below so that you can lay the spread for yourself and see what you get out of it. See if you get as much out of it as I did. So this is my personal insight into this spread. And the first question that I began with is, what is emerging for me personally right now? And this just resonated so much because I've been looking at my soul purpose and considering business ideas and what path I can take for myself. So for this first card, Judgment, to come out, which is about your divine path, it's about rebirth and your divine calling, and this beautiful imagery here of the soul emerging was spot on for me. It tells me that I am discovering my soul purpose, and that aspect of me is emerging now, and I've got the opportunity to perhaps follow a soulful path, or maybe I'm being guided or called onto a divine path. And alongside that, the moon card came out, which shows perhaps what part of me I've been concealing, and that in this process at the moment, or what is emerging for me now, is the parts of myself that I may have been hiding away, so that aspect is now coming to light, and I'm learning more about myself and my purpose and what I might like to do with myself. So that was just a beautiful start for the reading for me. The second question, second card, where do I feel most vulnerable? 6 of Wands then tells me that I might be reluctant to put myself out there and step out into the limelight, which is very true for me because I'm an introvert, and this particular business idea that I'm pursuing or exploring requires me to put myself out there, and that is a challenge for me. So definitely this is where I'm feeling most vulnerable, and is obviously what I need to work on, overcome, if I want to continue on this path, or have some success moving forward. The third card, how can I create more strength and security within myself or in my life? And this kind of made me laugh because I've been single for a long time, and I think I may have suppressed or suppressed the idea that I need a partner. I would like a partner, and I think it's important, but I think I might have pushed that aside and be thinking, I don't really need a man, I can do this on my own. But the Emperor has come up here in how can I create more strength and security, and that's telling me that a supportive partner would be key to my ongoing success. And that's probably true. I think I'm ready to admit that now, that having an Emperor in my life would definitely benefit me in many ways, in moving forward. And again, another card flew out alongside this one, which is Five of Wands, and this is all about support and collaboration, and hashing things out with other people for the combined benefit of everybody. So for me to strengthen my life, or get some security in my life, that I think a partner or definitely a support network is important for me right now. Fourth card, how can I nurture and care for myself? And this one, the Sun, is obvious. It's getting out in the sun, getting outside, exercising, living a more joyous life, laughing more, really just making the most of life. And particularly this really screamed physical in a way, getting outside, and that definitely is a way that I can care and nurture myself right now, is taking the advice of the Sun card there. Fifth card, what can I do practically to secure myself or ensure success for myself right now? And Four of Pentacles tells me that I may need to tighten my purse strings and watch my money, be a little bit more frugal with, I feel like a future in mind. She's sort of staring off into the future while holding tight to her pentacles there. So that's definitely good advice for me, that on a practical level, being careful with my money and saving my money with an eye to future is a way to secure myself right now. Ten of Wands also, with that same question, tells me that I may need to drop some baggage, that might have been carrying too heavy a load, and that might be in the way of me moving forward successfully or effectively. So it seems I might need to free myself of some things, let some things go, drop a load, and free up some energy for moving forward. The last card, what should I focus on for my highest good? Two of Cups. Again, that's my Emperor. Maybe relationship is really key for me right now, and that I should admit that and put my focus on that, because that could be the key to happiness and success in the future. So focusing on relationship, not necessarily romantic, but just in general, connection is important, and that really speaks to me now, that focusing on relationships and union is in my best interest right now. So that's my personal story. I got a lot out of that little spread personally, and like I said, I'll list those 6 questions below so that you can do the spread for yourself, see what you got out of it. Please feel free to share. I'd love to hear from you guys if you do this spread, and let me know what you get out of it. Like I said, there's no rules in personalizing a spread. You can choose as many cards as you like, lay them out however you like, but the key really is in those very specific questions to help you engage and have that conversation with the cards, and delve deeper and get a whole lot more insight than if it was just a standard spread that you might do for anyone. So thanks again for joining me, and please subscribe if you want to stay in touch and get some readings or whatever else I decide to put up on this channel. And like I said, comment because I love to hear from you guys.